Okay, everybody, we are live. This is being recorded, and I'm really excited and happy to have everybody online. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, hey, folks, let's get this show on the road. So, Samith Pich here. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Thanks for being here. We're going to be talking about my 5K blueprint today. I'm really excited about what I'm going to share with you today, and I just want you to know that, there's nothing for sale here. This is about me just giving value about, what's working for me in my business and where I think I can definitely help you. So there's no pitch at the end of this, and we should be going for 60 minutes. That's the plan. Afterwards, there will be Q&A, so I will stay on for as long as you want me. If you're here for the next 3 hours, if Michael's not going to sleep at all, then that's what's going to happen. But the main content is going to be 60 minutes. We are going to be moving fast. I do talk with a strange accent. It's an Australian slash Asian accent, so my apologies if you don't always understand me. But I'm sure by the end of it, we'll understand each other pretty well. So if you don't already know me, like I said, my name is Samith Pich. I'm a multiple six-figure online earner. I'm an online expert, coach, and trainer. But what I'm really passionate about is helping people change their lives financially. If I can help you do that, if I can be the one that helps you get to that first 5, 10K per month to give you those freedoms and options, that's what gives me a buzz when I get my students calling in and letting me know that I've impacted on their lives. My second mission is to empower people to live their dreams, and I've been really fortunate to be able to live my dream. To become a full-time internet marketer, to earn a really good living online, to travel, to speak, to connect with amazing entrepreneurs, and to just have projects which I'm really passionate to go and run and to have the freedom to choose what I want to do. And I really want that for you because I know that if I can help you reach your financial goals, then you'll pretty much do the rest. You'll realize, what do I really want to do now that money isn't really a huge issue. Okay, so I've been really fortunate. I feel really blessed, and I want to share. I want to share what I'm doing with you guys. So I'm just going to make sure, can you hear me and can you see my screen? It's one of the first things I usually ask, but I didn't ask that. Yes. Yes. Okay, thanks guys. Just making sure. I do remember in my early days I did a webinar and I was in I literally I just went for it. I was gang ho, and 40 minutes into it I asked them, can you see my screen? And I wasn't even looking at the chat box and they just said no. So but cannot see your screen. Oh no. See? Oh my God. There you go. They can hear me but couldn't see my screen. So, this was the first screen where we're starting soon. See, even now today, I forget one or two things. Um, we're going to be talking about our 5K blueprint. Handsome guy in front of you is me. Now, there may be a lag. There's always a bit of a lag in this 10, 10, 30, 10, 15, 30 seconds. We'll try to keep that at a minimum, and we're going to go moving forward. So there you go. Once again, make sure you're showing your screen. That obviously helps. So you can see both now. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Okay, so let me start off by asking a question. And this is not, these are going to be private. I don't think anybody else can see these, just apart from me. But so just tell me right now, are you currently consistently making 5K, $5,000 plus each month online? Give me just a yes or no. Okay. Yep. Okay. So if I done my promoting right, um, you should be on this webinar because you're not earning $5,000 per month. If you're earning more than 5,000 a month, you're probably gonna have to just I'll beat you off. But no, that's okay. Yeah. So that here I see a lot of no's, and you know what? I just want you to know right now, it's okay. I mean, there's no need to beat yourself up. There's no need to be guilty. There's no need to be hard on yourself. There really, really isn't. Okay, because I remember one of my teachers saying, "There's nothing wrong with being depressed. There's nothing wrong with feeling down. The only wrong thing is about being depressed about being depressed. It's only bad if you start feeling guilty about feeling down. So I'm not here to make you feel down, but I'm also not here to say that you're a bad person just because you haven't made $5,000 per month. I didn't make $5,000 per month for at least 4 years in my online business. And what I want to do is I want to share with you exactly what you need to be doing. And I wish I took action, and I wish I listened to my coaches so much earlier. So here's the next question. If you're not earning $5,000 per month online, what do you think is stopping you from reaching your goals? Okay. So I want you to take a moment, just think for yourself. Why aren't you reaching your goals there? Because I assume if you're on my list and you're on this webinar, you want to make money online. You probably have been trying to make money online. So tell me, what do you think is stopping you from reaching your goals? Okay, so and I hope it's okay if I read these out. Christine, Christine wrote, I love you, and I love the fact you're being honest. You're just not implementing what you've been told to do. Exactly. How many times we've been told to do something, we just don't do it. It's crazy. John is saying that he feels like the traffic that doesn't convert. Richard goes, it's just the wrong steps. Michael feels like he has not enough money to invest. You know what? That's abs. That can be the honest truth for it. In traffic, yeah. Greg wrote lack of money for paid traffic. Yeah. Okay. And so I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to be talking about that at the moment. But you know what? Here's here's also the hard truth. And I'm getting better at these. And sometimes we have to hear it right now. Um, Sigrid wrote, so many things to learn and not knowing what income producing activities are that I should be focusing on. That's a good one. Okay. What's stopping you from reaching your goal? I should actually make a new slide. I'm going to make a new slide. These things are always on the fly. What's stopping you from reaching your goal now? Oh, that didn't work. I'm going to copy that and I'll tell you the answer right now. This is the real answer, right? This is the real answer. The biggest thing that's stopping you from reaching your goal right now is you. That's it. It's not your coach. It's not your marketing system. It's not a lack of money. It's not knowing, the right strategy and stuff, because for most of you, if you've been online for more than a year, you should have a fair idea about what you should be doing. I found that 90% of the time, sometimes 100% of the time, what is stopping us from reaching our greatness, for walking into it, is ourselves. And more specifically than that, it's our our own BS excuses. So look, I'm just going to be straight with you, because I believe you're in here to learn the truth, and to have someone be straight with you. It really is. And when I'm saying BS, I'm saying belief systems. What you believe you need to have in place for you to reach $5,000 per month. And I'm telling you right now, more than 90% of the time, it's not what you think you need. Okay? One, you're stopping your own way, but more specifically, your own BS excuses, your own belief systems. They're what's holding you back. And if you can get past that, if you can get past the past, if you can get past the past, if you can get past what's happened, because we can't change what's happened. Thank you, Michael, for sharing that. I probably won't share that with the group. You can't get past what's happened. I can't change the first 4 years of my online life. But what you can change, you can start changing your mindset. And we're going to be talking about that, okay? So thanks for sharing with me your reasons. Okay, I know it was a bit hard there, but I'm going to show you a way out of it. I'm not just going to put you down and then say, there's no way out of it. I'm telling you right now, there's a very clear way out of it, and we're going to be discussing it now in this webinar. So I'm going just want you to know that you're in the right place. Look, if you're currently selling or you plan to sell training products or digital courses or coaching or consulting services online, and you want to sell more, you're in the right place. You're in the right place if you're 100% committed to earning at least $5,000 a month online consistently, so you can leave your job or just have some financial freedom wherever you are. Um, you're on the right webinar at the right time. Not everybody is, and not everybody who registered is on this webinar. Okay, so all that, and I always believe that whoever's on a webinar right now, you are hearing this because you need to hear this. So, I'm gonna channel all the good stuff and go, what do you guys need? And I'm letting you know right now you're in the right place. So let's really start. Okay, so first of all, let's start talk about some of the problems. Here's probably the biggest entrepreneurial problem. Okay, so I love this infographic. It's by Rich Sheffrin. He was one of the first pretty cool guys that I came across online, and he created the Internet Marketing Manifesto. And really, this is what most online businesses look like. There's you in the middle. There's you doing everything. Okay, and that's a big problem because if you're really looking for a real business, like the cash flow quadrant you've probably seen with Robert Kiyosaki, you is not in the middle. You are obviously an important part of it, okay? But you are not in the middle. So that's probably the first problem. The second problem is when people start teaching stuff online, and I know that there's a lot to learn, but a lot of people are teaching the complex. And I'm here to tell you right now that complex is not better. When I look at somebody trying to teach me this is a sales funnel right here. My eyes glaze over. I just go, whoa, that's just way too hard. If I have to create this just to earn 5 grand online, 10 grand online, and become a six-figure earner, you know what? I just won't do it. Because it looks like I need a PhD in rocket science. So I'm letting you know right now, it's complex is not better. Knowing more is not better. Having all the most fanciest widgets and gadgets and plugins is not better. And I want you to know right now, if I can do it, you can do it. If nothing else, you keep going as I keep going through this whole thing. It's about, you know, I'm not the smartest guy. If you want proof of that, just ask my wife. I'm pretty clueless most of the time. I'm not the most logical thinker. I'm scatterbrained as well. But I think why I've been successful is I started getting A, clarity, and B, I kept it really, really simple. I don't do a lot of things. I just do the right things, a few of the right things, and we're going to be talking about that. So, what I'm really going to share with you today is pretty much a different perspective than what you probably heard before. I mean, I'm going to share with you just like a number of different angles and concepts with you. But what I really want from you is I'm going to be sharing more of an Eastern type of thinking with you. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at this whole online marketing thing holistically rather than logically. So I'm going to give you a couple of things, say 3 or 5 things today that you can get on with. You're going to look at my blueprints. You're going to be looking at my one-page business model, um, and then you're going to have it. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to give you the blueprint of what I do online. And here's the cool thing: the the blueprint can be put onto a little, one of those little scrap pieces of paper, that's about, I don't know the inches. It's say 3 by 5. If you can't put your entire business on a 3 by 5, it's way too complicated. Okay. Everything I need to do, any idea I have, I can just put on like a half a sheet of paper and just draw a little few squiggles. That's my business moving forward. You got to keep it that simple. The blueprint, I should be able to hand you the blueprint and you should just go, okay, that's what I have to do. Okay. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So a lot of people, when I teach, I'm always about the basics, the basics, and people, often ask me, why do you keep going back to the basics? And here's the thing. It's because even advanced people, people who feel like the internet marketing experts, even some people who say that they're expert are not making $5,000 per month. And here's another truth. Don't call yourself an expert if you're not making at least I really say $10,000 a month. Okay, really. Um, and I tell you, there are a lot of people online who say they're experts, but they haven't passed the $5,000 a month barrier. I mean, here's the thing. So there are a lot of things that you can do, but it's always the basics that are going to be moving your business forward. So let me tell you right now, in my business, there are only three moving parts. And really, I think in most businesses, most good businesses, there really should be a minimal number of moving parts in your business. And as they get bigger, you're going to have more. But really, if under 100 grand, you can easily. You really need to just divide your business into three moving parts. And once you have that, and once you're clear on that, you should be doing really, really well. So let's talk about some of the problems, once again, of people online, because I hear this so often. People say, "How do I make money online? What I need to do?" We come on. I came online. Was it about 5, 6 years ago? I came online. I started reading all these fancy sales letters, and all these gurus were telling me I could make $1 million next month online if you just buy this XYZ system. But I would then try it out. I would try it out. It didn't work. So next month or next week, I go on to another system. I go on to another opportunity. Look, and we've all been there. And I failed. I failed so many times. It's ridiculous. Okay, I failed more times in a month than most people fail in a year. And sometimes I think that was what I needed to do. But I really don't want people to fail as much as anywhere near as I have. So here's the real truth of the matter. There is no snap of away finger to make money online. What I'm trying to say is everybody wants to make money online, but the truth is you can't make money online. You can't. I really want you to really get this concept as I'm talking about it in the next couple of minutes. You can't. So let me explain. In every single country, in every part of the world, there's an authority. Like you know, the National Reserve Bank or the Federal Bank or the Reserve Bank, whatever they call it. And so here's the thing. If you go and you tried to make money in your backyard, you tried printing it out, you tried making some coins and stuff, what would happen if you tried to make money? You would literally go to jail for so many years. Seriously, it's like no matter where you are, it's one of the worst crimes you can do, and that is making money. And so when you think about it, you can't make money because if you're trying to make money, you're counterfeiting money, and it's not legal for you to do so in any part of the world. It's just so. Let me get this straight. There is no possible way to make money online, and there's nothing you can do to make money online. Okay, another hard truth. Okay, here's how you make money online. You exchange value. You exchange a service, you exchange a product for someone else's money. So things changed for me when I moved from how do I make money online? How do I make $5,000 a month? How do I make $10,000 a month? And I went to how can I give $5,000 worth of value? How can I give $10,000 of value? How can I exchange value? How can I give as much as I can and then somebody will start giving me money back? That's where we have. You can't make money, but you can exchange value. And that's all money is. It's just an energy, an exchange of energy, right? So you can never make a penny, you can never make a dollar, but you can exchange something of yours for something of someone else's. Okay, so look, example, you know how to do karate. So you make videos teaching people how to do karate and you exchange that money for value. You know how to teach people how to set up a WordPress site. So you exchange money to or you exchange your knowledge and money for money. You know how to motivate people online. You know how to coach people online. You know how to create blogs. You know how to drive traffic. You know how to make articles drive traffic. You know how to use YouTube to generate leads. You know any number of things. You know a you know a business that can help people make money online. And then all you're gonna do is you're gonna say, this is what I have. This is what it can do for you. This is how you can get it. Just give me some of your money. And here's the thing, guys. You have to start realizing that your value is immense. It really is. If you've been online for any more than a year or two, you know so much. Okay? You really do. Yeah, a lot of you guys are discounting what you know. Um, but as long as the thing is, you probably just haven't packaged it up in a way that people realize that what you have is valuable. Okay? So I want you to get that. I want you to help let that sink into you. You can't make money online. You just need to start exchanging value. And that's all I do all day. I think, how can I give more value out to the marketplace? How can I be worthy of your time and your money? And then I go out and I try to offer something out, and people take it or they don't. That's really what it comes down to. Okay. So really, what we have to start out with, guys, it's not about money. It's not about plugins. It's not about internet marketing. It's really what it's about. It's about changing your mindset. Okay. It's about you deciding you're going to be responsible for your own success. Nobody else is responsible, and you're responsible for your failures, and you're responsible for your success. Okay, there's a saying, if it is to be, it's up to me. So if you're in a business opportunity, an MLM, if you're doing stuff, you can blame your sponsor, you can blame your company for not doing enough, but really in the end, it comes down to you. The second most important thing, especially online, and if you're in business in general, it is to realize you are not making money. All you're doing is you're exchanging value, and you just have to decide what type of value you're going to give out to the world. Okay, you just have to realize your own value, start packaging it up, letting people know you have value, and then making offers to them, making say, look, I can create a WordPress site for you. Look, I can show you how to, you know, set up your autoresponder. Look, I can do this. Look, I can do that. It can really help you, and you know, give me some money. But there was this point about money. Oh, money is not the be all and end all. I think everybody intuitively knows that. But what I'm trying to say is, money is a commodity. This concept may be a bit abstract. What I'm trying to say is, money is everywhere. There is not a lack of money. It's everywhere. They're like, in this moment in time, there are trillions of dollars being wired through the air, wirelessly. There's trillions of dollars in the air. What you can do is you can just put your hand up into the air. You can do it. I'm doing it right now, and you can just imagine money just passing through that, and just want to close your hand and just grab some of it. It's a bit weird to realize that everywhere around us there's information. Money is just information. It's energy, and there's just so much of it. Okay, so you're not beholden to money. There's always more and more money. You can get money from anywhere. I know that may be hard to believe if you're not at 5K at thing, but let me tell you, that's the real truth. What there isn't a lot of is there's only one you. There's only one you, your experiences, your knowledge, your skills. That's what's special. And you got to realize that you are a prize. You have something special to offer the world. If you don't have something special, build up those skills there. But then you can go out into the marketplace and get some of this money. There's no lack of money out there. And if you have to work on your mindset, if you have to listen to tapes, you just really got to know that instinctively. So, a couple of years ago, I literally stopped worrying about money. I spent the first, I don't know, 30 years of my life worrying about money. Where is it going to come from? Especially when I had a quote unquote secure teaching job when I was a high school teacher. Everybody thought that it was a secure job. I worried about money all the time, and I was guaranteed to be paid every single fortnight. It was the weirdest thing. Now I'm not guaranteed whatsoever. There's no guarantees whatsoever, but I feel more confident than ever that I can make money. So that is the internet changing that? Is my products changing? No, it's just my mindset. Okay, that's good. Ah, the only reason why I put this slide in, one, I thought it was pretty cool, is really want you to just stick it into your head one more time that A, money is everywhere. It literally is everywhere. But also B, people aren't out there in the world with extra money in their pockets just going, how do I spend this money? Can I just put into Sam's pocket? Can I just put into Mike's pocket? Can I put into Sigrid's pocket? People aren't there. No one's saying that. No one's saying, oh, I've got so much money. I just want to give it away. Because that would just be crazy. Okay. The only way you're going to get money, the only way you're going to, get to that 5K, 10K is to exchange value. Some of you may be quite confronted with that. Some of you may be going, I don't know if I have any value. I'm totally screwed. But I'm telling you right now, you can do it. You can create value from almost nothing. Oh, there's my thing. Okay, so let's talk about how you can get to 5K per month. Okay, this is really the last mindset thing that I really want to get you to. To get to 5K per month, you have to do this. You have to stop being the consumer and you have to start being the producer. Okay, you have to stop being the person who buys stuff. Now, having said that, I'm a habitual buyer. I'm like the best case scenario in terms of a marketer. I'm your rabid buyer. I'm the guy who'll buy. I'm the 5% that will buy straight away, that just has to have it right now, right here. So I'm still buying stuff. But here's the difference. When I buy stuff, it is for one purpose, to help, because it's something I need to know right now to do the thing I need to know. That's the only time I buy. And I'll buy the best stuff and a lot of it, but it's because I know what I'm using it for. Most people, if they haven't hit the 5K per month, they're too busy just buying stuff. And I do understand that in the beginning, you need the information, you need to get upskilled, etc. But a lot of people are just buying, one day they buy something about Kindle, another day they buy something about Amazon, the next day they might buy something about blogging. So there's no real focus in what they're buying. But I'm telling you right now, when you start moving from being a consumer, a buyer, to a person who sells stuff, being the producer, start producing content, start producing products, start producing leads, start producing subscribers, that's when everything will change. When you can wake up in the morning and go, what am I going to create today that other people want to buy? And then I'm going to put it up online and offer it and just see how it goes. That's when everything changed for me. When I started creating my first product, my second product, my third product, that was a huge shift. So put that shift in your mind as well. Today, from this day forward, I'm going to be a producer. Okay, so because really, the economy has to go around. Everybody's got to buy stuff, etc. But you won't make your first 5K by buying stuff. I can guarantee you that. You just won't. You will make your first 5K by being a producer. So there's a lot of different methods to do that. I mean, you can have 500 people, and you can sell $10 product, 5,000. You can have 100 people, 50 people selling a $100 product, buying a $100 product. You have five people buying a $1,000 product. You have one person buying $5,000 product. For most people, especially if you haven't made your first 5K yet, the first three are doable, are definitely doable. Some of you have an online product and a business where you can get $1,000 commissions, and you only need five of them. And yeah, I know for some of you, you may be going, yeah, but it hasn't happened yet. And I can tell you, it's not because the product isn't there. It's because you haven't done the things that you need to do to make this happen. That's really what it comes down to. But when I look at product offering range, I have everything in those areas. I have a $10 product, $100 product, $1,000 product, $5,000 product of my own, not necessarily where I'm just, selling it to selling somebody else's stuff. But you know what? That didn't happen overnight. Um, and you may need to start somewhere with the first two. And that's what we're going to be talking about over the next couple of days. And when I was asking you how you'd like to be earning money online. So here, let's have a reality check before we move on. This my reality check is once again, it might hurt a little, but I like to think of these as inoculations, as something that will hurt a little, but then help make you stronger in the long run. So here's my first question. How long have you been online? Can everybody just type for me how long you've been online so far? Christine wrote 15 months. Linda wrote 2 years. Greg, 20 years. You've been online for 20 years. Wow. 3 years. Steve is a total newbie. Chris is over a year. Lee said 6 months. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, coming up to 18 months. Okay. Okay, cool. That's wicked. Okay. It is what it is. This is where we are at. Here's my next question to you. How many subscribers do you have so far? Okay, give me a number. I don't need to hear the story. I just need to hear the number. So we've got none, 800, 550, 187, 4,500, 8000, none. Sad face. That's okay. No, 0, 2, none, 200. Okay. The most important thing when you're starting out or when you decide, I'm going to be serious now, is to have that reality check, to know where you are right now, because you don't know where you're going until you can't go anywhere until you know where you are right now, and that's okay. There's only one person who had over a thousand, okay, and you're kind of special, you know that. So, and the last one is, how many products have you created so far of your own? Not talking about your marketing outfit, but how many products have you created so far? So we got zero, none. Four. Well done, Greg. Zero, 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 none. Zero, sad face again. Oh, zero, zero, zero. Yep. Okay. So most of you have none. Okay. So here's the thing. You have to ask yourself, you've been online for a year, 2 years. How many subscribers do you have? How many visitors are you having to your website? How many products do you have? Okay. So let me ask you this. When you started a year ago, 2 years ago, 16 months ago, what if 2 years ago, when you just first started, you started recording a 1 hour, let's say 2 hours on average. I mean, 2 years on average. Let's say you just started recording you just started recording a product. You wrote an ebook. You recorded a 1 hour audio or a 1 hour webinar, 1 hour video, or you just a couple of videos that made 1 hour, right? And you just did that once a week. So you did 1 hour. You did a 1 hour product for once a week for 2 years. So if you only did that, and you obviously I did a blog post and stuff like that. Let me show you something really cool. If you only did 50 hours or over the last 2 years, you would have had 1 hour, 100 hours of content. So 2 years ago, just doing 1 hour a week, not a day, but a week. After 2 years, you will have 100 hours of content. Now imagine how much value that would be. That content could be about anything. It could be about WordPress. It could be about generating leads. It could be about how to have a better marriage. It could be about how to be healthy. Just an hour of content. And I'm not talking anything fancy. I'm talking literally you getting your phone and you speaking into it, or getting, just um, recording your screen from a keynote or a PowerPoint, something really, really simple as that. Um, so you would have 100 hours of training right now, and you could package that up as individual standalone trainings. You could package up into bundles. You could turn that into a coaching program. You could have a home study course, etc., etc. Now, I know what you're thinking right now, but wait, I don't want to wait 2 years to create 100 hours of content. You may be saying, well, it's 2 years. Geez, yeah, I didn't do it. But here's the truth of the matter, guys. The next 2 years are gonna come by whether you do this or not. I'll say it again. The next 2 years are gonna come by whether you do this or not. So in 2 years' time, you don't do this, it's still gonna be 2 years' time, but you won't have 100 hours of content. If you start today, if you start, say this week, and you make 1 hour content, 1 hour of some sort of product, just 1 hour, and then the next week you did another hour, and the next week, in 2 years you would have 100 hours of content. You would change your whole financial destiny. So, like I said, so if you just recorded an hour a week, I guarantee you, when you have 10 hours, 5 hours, 20 hours, somebody will want to pay for that content. And really, that's all I'm doing right now. And I don't do it. I personally, I don't do an hour a week. I do a few more than an hour, but I make sure there's a minimum of 1 hour a week that I'm creating something of value. Not like writing a blog post, not like just creating a video, but actually something that teaches something. So what I do is I will go through a training program and I will actually do my own version of it. How do you think other people have got their training programs? Did they just kind of wing it? I'd say 80% of the time they learned it from somebody else and then they repackage it themselves. How many WordPress courses are out there? How many blogging courses? How many, build your own list courses out there? There is no limit to how many courses there can be because there will always be someone who wants to buy it from you. Okay? So everything can come from one recording. All I'm saying is start thinking about how can you do an hour of recording a week to create a product, and then do it next week and next week, and then in 2 years' time you have 100 hours of content. That's not the goal, by the way, because the goal is not to just have 100 hours of content. The goal is to start creating products which you then sell, and you start making money after 10 hours, 20 hours, etc. And some of you might be going, I don't know how to do that. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go to my business model. Okay. I want you to, like I always say, my business model should be on a napkin, should be on a tissue paper, half a page. It's only one page, and anybody should be able to. Everybody can do this. And here's my business model right now, in a nutshell. Everybody comes to a squeeze page. They come onto my blog, they go to a squeeze page. They come from an article, they go to a squeeze page. They come from a video, they go to a squeeze page. It takes them to a thank you page. I just say thank you very much. Sometimes I have a video, sometimes I don't. So a lot of times it just says thank you, check your email, your thing is coming in the email. I then give at least 4 value lessons. So normally these lessons might be a short video. It could be a 10-minute audio, like literally 5 to 10-minute audio, just about life, about it's one point on this PowerPoint is a lesson, right? Just a lesson, a quick value lesson. Then lesson 2, lesson 3, and 4. Over the next 4 days, just give a lesson, and I'm connecting with them as well. I'm telling a bit about myself. I'm showing them that they can connect with me on social media, etc. But I'm giving value. And then after that, I follow up with them 3 to 6 times a week to build trust and promote products. That's it. That's my entire business in a box, guys. I'll say it again. Everything goes to a squeeze page. I then say thank you. And some of you may say, well, do you sell something on this on the thank you? These days, I'm actually moving away from that. Um, uh, because here's the truth of the matter. The person who can hold out longest for instant gratification will win. And some people will buy, but most of the time, you're going to be selling to them anyway. It's more important to start building the relationship. I found that way. If you've met a new friend, someone at a networking thing, what would you prefer? Build a relationship over a period of time, or you say hello, how you going, and then that person gives them your business card and goes, hey, if you ever want to know dry cleaning, here you go. Or they just build that relationship and they go and they start teaching you lessons about, hey, this is the best. I'm using the dry cleaning thing. This is how you make your clothes really, really smooth. This is the best eco-friendly detergent on the market. This is how you make sure your colors never run, etc. And then after that, you're just emailing. I email I email 6 out of 7 days because I think of it like this. If I'm your friend and we like each other and we want to know each other, I want to connect with you every single day. I want to be in your mind some way, somehow, every single day. Because then you start to really know me and I start to really know you. And in my emails, I'm asking for feedback. So one of my last emails, I got a lot of feedback was just that simple, A, B, or C email. This whole thing came from an A, B, or C email. So I just said, tell me what you want, A, B, or C. A, you want to learn about how to get more leads. B, you want to create a membership site. Or C, you want to learn how to do webinars. And everybody said A and B. So I thought, okay, you guys want to know A and B? I'm just going to give it to you. So that feedback then decided this whole next course of action, which is going to be taking over the next couple of weeks and months. Lots and lots of value. Um, do you see this business plan? By the way, um, if there's any questions, just ask them at any time. Most of the time, I will put it to the end. Oh, that's bad. This is being recorded. Okay, so that's my business model right there. It doesn't get much more simple than that. And it shouldn't be any more harder than that. Really, it really shouldn't. Drive people to a squeeze page, say thank you, give 3 or 4 value lessons, and then follow up. You don't even need a website for this. I have a website because I'm trying to, brand myself and I'm trying to create authority. But when I first started going online and started seeing what people did, um, I realized all they had was a squeeze page and follow up. There's a guy making like 200K a month, and I found his name and I went to his website. Guess what his whole website was? I put his website name. The first thing that came up was a squeeze page. That's it. He had no blog, and I know he's making like 200K a year. All he had was a blog, and then he had his emails, but he had so much value in those emails, and sometimes he would take him to a YouTube video where he's talking, but he didn't have a blog, and I thought, wow, you can do it really, literally that simple. It was really cool. Um, Here's the 3 things that you need. These are if you're going to start a business, and yes, they cost money. You need to be able to invest in your business. But really, there's only 3 things you need to make this whole thing work online. You need an email autoresponder. So I personally use GetResponse, but a lot of people have things with Aweber. The top 5, don't choose MailChimp because MailChimp doesn't like affiliate marketers, but GetResponse is my personal favorite. It's pretty, it works well. You need a squeeze page builder. So if you're an absolute newbie, I totally recommend Lead Pages. Not because it's the best, but because it's the easiest and pretty much almost foolproof type way. It just does everything. It does the tracking. It does the people come in, they opt in. It connects with GetResponse with one button, and and then it gives stuff away. Really, really simple. If you're a bit more, but my favorite two at the moment, and by the way, I have all 3, so yeah. But my favorite two at the moment, I'm really liking ClickFunnels, but I also love Thrive Themes as well. They have just great tools. That's if you really if you really want to go hardcore. But like I said, you don't have to. If you want to hit your first 5K, believe it or not, the tool is not what's going to make it. Okay, these are just tools. Tools don't make or break you. It is about your mindset, about what you do on a daily basis. Okay, and last of all, you're going to need a blog. You're going to need somewhere to put your information. So you're going to need hosting. So I use Just Host. I've used them since day one. I have a couple of other accounts with other ones because I don't like to keep it all in one account. But Just Host has been really, really good to me. Great. Everything's really simple, including installing WordPress, and which is free. And the IT support has always been excellent. Okay, always been able to help me. Okay, so that's the three things you need: an email autoresponder, a squeeze page builder, and a blog, just so you can host something, about me page or something. But you know what? If you don't want to have a blog, you don't have to, because you can host it on, say, something like Lead Pages or ClickFunnels. But here's the thing: I always think you should have your own personal real estate. Okay, you should have something that's yours that no one can take away from. And the other ones, if anything happens to get response lead pages, I'm not saying it ever will, but that's not yours. Your blog is yours. But here, it's better to have your own list than to be building someone else's list. That's what's important. Okay. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Who here has their name has their name as their domain? Like, who here has, like, you've already got your name as a domain? Me. Who here hasn't? Well done, me. Yeah, you have multiple domains. Okay. If you haven't, let me know. Yes. Okay, good. Linda, John, go out straight after this webinar or first thing in the morning. If it's late, go out and get your name. Just get lindaperry.com, linda-perry.com, or and get a John-Roberts. There probably a few be a John-Roberts, but that's the minimum you need. You need to have your own real estate. Okay, all my kids have got their own domain, because you never know what's going to happen. It's your thing. It's your name. Get it before someone else does. So I have a blog. Awesome. I have a name to call. Yeah, I know. Yeah, vansamuels.com. If nothing else, you should have your domain. Okay, because here's the cool thing about your name. Unlike a niche domain, say weight loss for newbies or whatever, say you wanted to, you can change. You can go from an internet marketer to a health food junkie to an exercise freak to a person who teaches karate. Your name can change because you will change. But weight loss for newbies can only be a weight loss for newbies site. Like, you wouldn't be teaching karate and you wouldn't be doing internet marketing on that. See what I mean? So it's quite generic. So go and get it if you haven't already got it. I'm gonna have to move faster because I'm almost at an hour. Why am I doing this? Um, Everything leads to my blog. Social media, anything on Twitter, anything on Facebook leads to my blog. Any paid traffic I send leads to my blog. Anything free, like video or article marketing leads to my blog. And more specifically, it leads to specific pages on my blog, which are squeeze pages. Okay. So let me show you the three moving parts in my business. Really, one, I drive traffic, visitors to squeeze pages. That's probably one of my most important things. Well, actually, they're all important. I drive traffic to squeeze pages, to my own squeeze pages. Two, I get the leads. So the visitors come in, they become a subscriber, and I follow up with them. And I automate that process. So I usually have anything from a 7-day to a 20-day autoresponder sequence. Really nothing more than that, because after that, I want to give them fresh stuff that I'm talking about now. So 7 days is probably minimum, and then 21 days, 21, 30 days is probably maximum. Okay, because things will change. Something will come in, and then three, I convert those leads into sales and buyers. That's the only thing I think about. I go, how can I drive traffic today? Am I following up with my subscribers? Have I done that? And am I converting my leads into sales? That's it. Three moving parts. If you're doing something which doesn't equate to that, that is not what you should be doing. So I focus on income every single day. I focus on income producing activities. Okay, so what's really important is that you must eliminate your busy work. And we're going to be talking about what busy work is. What is busy work? I think we all know it. Going on Facebook is busy work, without a reason. Watching videos, anything relaxing, reading the news, just reading a blog because it's nice. Busy work. Okay. You have to get crystal clear on your income producing activities. Once you know them, you have to put them right in front of you. Just go, tick, have I done that? Have I done that? Have I done that? And you must create supportive work habits and disciplines. Someone once told me, focus is not the answer. Consistency and follow through is really where the answer is. Okay, because you can be focusing on the wrong things. Um, focus is not always the answer. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Okay, so really, it's about doing the right work versus the busy work. Okay, I'd rather you work for an hour a day versus doing 5 hours of busy work. Just doing the right work changes everything. So let's talk about those income producing activities. Writing a blog post, unfortunately, is busy work. It's great, adds value and all that, but it's not actually an income producing activity. Promoting that blog post to get leads that produces leads, that's an income producing activity. Designing a landing page and tweaking it and making it all nice, that's busy work. Getting traffic to the landing page, buying a solo ad, getting a Bing ad moving forward, getting Twitter people to come to the landing page, that's an income producing activity. Attending a webinar, including this webinar, guys, buying a course or getting coaching. Getting coaching is busy work. Okay. So if you just go and get coaching, that's busy work. If you're on this webinar, unfortunately, this is busy work as well. If you're buying a course and it sounds really, really cool and you're going through the course, that's busy work. What is an income producing activity is if you implement what you've learned straight away to get more leads and make more sales as fast as possible. Fast. The faster, the better, because money loves speed. Okay. Implementing what you learn. I mean, I, I would tell you a quick story. Last mastermind I went to, it was like a week mastermind in Borneo. Had a great time. Um, but what I noticed was I'd say 80% of the people were there to learn and to have a good time. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. You go to a mastermind, but they paid a lot of money for that mastermind. They on average they would have paid like $15,000 to go to that mastermind. People were having a good time and they have every right to do so. But here's the thing. While they were there, they weren't making any money. And while they were there, they were not leveraging the opportunity that they had. People, the big marketers, people making money, I can tell you what they were doing. One, they were networking with other people that had business opportunities. Two, they were out on the beach, in a beautiful scenery, and they were making a video that created value. And three, they were making sales funnels right there. So, creating content, creating sales funnels isn't an income producing activity, but it's like a future income producing activity. Okay. They were getting, people who were doing well were getting leads onto their list. They're saying, yeah, I have this great program. Let me talk to you about it. They were getting leads. That was what was an income producing activity. But going to a mastermind by itself or attending a webinar by itself won't make you money. Here's something I used to be bad about: posting on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. That's most of that is busy work. Okay. And I used to be on Facebook a lot more. I used to have long posts and really try to get things, but I realized, you know what? That doesn't make me money. And I know it's not all about money. I know it's about giving value. Because so there's a difference. I don't go on Facebook to surf the web and to make long posts, etc. Okay. What I do though is I make sure I go into my groups. I'm giving value in my groups, people who have paid money, and I'm going to my free groups where I'm giving value there. and then I'm connecting with people on Facebook and having conversations, which then go to Skype, and then I might close a sale there. That is an income producing activity right there, rather than just posting on Facebook and not really having an idea what you're really trying to do there. So let me show you my free income producing activities in my business right now at this very moment in time. Every single day, I write an email and I spend 30 minutes maximum on that email. When I want to be really cool, I might spend an hour writing all my emails for the week. So I'll just batch a whole, so I'll create a sequence of emails, and I usually do that on a Sunday or a Monday, and then I just schedule all my emails to go out. The next one is I'm driving free or paid traffic to my pages. Okay, so that can be through content marketing. So the pages are blog posts, which I'm giving value, but then I'm also selling something on that blog post or telling them to go to my to sign up for my list or something. And the last one is I create a 1 hour product. Those are the free income producing activities. And I'm just going to put an asterisk there, because by itself, creating a 1 hour product is not going to make you money. I like to call it a future income producing activity. So when I'm creating this product, I can then package it and then I can sell it, and it's going to create me income in the future. Okay. And this is, every one of you can do this right now. You can write a daily email. You can spend 30 minutes to an hour doing a traffic method, which gets you a subscriber, and then you can create an hour product. In total, that might take you, 2 hours, 3 hours max a day. But here's the thing. The daily email, I do it daily. The 1 hour product, you can do a week. Remember, 1 hour a week, do a 1 hour product. This one you can do in 30 minutes. Okay? You buy the solo ad, you do it. Once you buy the solo ad, or once you buy create the little ad in Bing, the next day all you're doing is waiting and just seeing what came out of it. Okay? So the work's done after you bought it and you're driving traffic. So that's it. These are the three things I do. I write a daily email. These days I'm doing an hour a day of product creation, and I'm driving traffic. Everything else is busy work. It really, really is. Now, everything else for me is, there's a bit of busy work, but then I also have fulfillment because I do coaching. So let me show you my current schedule. Okay. I wake up at 6 a.m. most days. Some days I wake a bit later, some days I wake a bit earlier, and I do a miracle morning. Miracle Morning is, it's the book, The Miracle Morning. Since I sort of said, this is some hypey, crappy thing, but I'll buy it anyway because somebody said it was really good. One of my coaches said it was really good. If my coach says something's good, I go and buy it. So I got the audio and I got the thing. And it's all about how to start your morning perfectly. And so every morning for an hour, I do my Miracle Morning. If I'm running late, I still do half an hour of my Miracle Morning. I recommend that you go and get the book, listen to the audio. It's changed the way I do things. So then 7 to 7:30, I write an email and I check my stats from the night before. I then have a half an hour breakfast, usually with my family. From 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., I'm usually either doing coaching or I'm focusing on list building and driving traffic. Okay? I'm either doing coaching or list building traffic. If I'm not doing coaching, I'm doing list building and driving traffic. Okay? From 10 to 12, I'm doing product creation. Then I used to have lunch and exercise. And then from 2 to 4, I'm usually doing either coaching or list building and driving traffic. This is my schedule at the moment. It'll probably change. 4 to 5 p.m., I usually wind down because I'm not very good anymore by that stage. And so I'll do something light like reading or going through a training. From 5 to 9, it's just family time. Then from 9 to 10 p.m., I usually have another 1 or 2 coaching clients for half an hour each. But it's not every single day. And then 10 p.m., I prepare for bed. That's my day at the moment. But here's my income. That's income. That's income. That's product creation's future income. That's income. And so I'm doing 2, 4, 4.5 hours of proper income producing activities. The rest is a bit reading, family time, coaching. I don't say is an income producing activity because it's fulfillment. So I've already sold the coaching. I'm now just fulfilling on it. Okay. Let me just show you my schedule this week. So here's our webinar. I'm going to be working on a product right here all the way until I'm to about 4 o'clock where I'll start doing some training and learning. So to upskill myself, I've got some coaching tonight. Tomorrow, there's some coaching there. Working all on this, and I've got a coaching session in between, training, blog post, create a product, coaching, product, webinar. Let's see next week. So Miracle Morning, email, it's noticed it's in red because it's really important. Here we are. I created a blog post for an hour. Tuesday, I create a product, create a blog post, create a product, create a blog post, create a product. This is an affiliate marketing business I have. So that's taking up most of my mornings then. And then I'll do my coaching in between around here. And then I have my marketing here. Okay. However you want to do it. But I have, obviously I'm working from home and this is my current schedule. I hope that was useful. Let me see just making sure I see all the notes. Okay, I hope this is proving useful. I think it is. Okay, if you guys are working at the moment, and I assume a lot of you are, the most important thing you can do is you must be strict with your time. So your time must be purposeful and productive. So a lot of times we are productive, but we're not purposeful. And sometimes we're purposeful, but we're not productive. So you have to be strict with your time. So if you're working, this is just an example. If you had a job, really it's about mornings. Mornings are really important. For me, what I would do is I would still wake up at 6 a.m. and I'd do a miracle morning for half an hour instead of an hour. From 6:30 to 7 a.m. for half an hour, I would write an email and check my stats from the night before. During my day, during my lunchtime or my drive home, I would be listening to training or podcasts. Okay. You'd probably have time with family. If you don't have time with family, then you obviously can put more time into this business. But from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., I would create a product. Okay. Once a week, I create a 1-hour product. And then 2 to 3 times a week, I would create content, something on my blog or video. Okay. Because once again, the most important thing is not the content's important, guys, but what's more important is that you spend most of the time marketing that content. Okay, it's more important that you create 2 pieces of content a week and then spend the rest of the week marketing it rather than spend all week creating 5 to 6 pieces of content and not marketing it. Just creating content won't get you subscribers. That's really important. And then from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., I focus on marketing. I'm focusing on how can I build my list, where the people are. Can I put a piece of content out which will drive them back? Can I do a solo ad? Can I do a Bing ad? Can I do a PPC ad? Can I, anything which is about driving people to a squeeze page. That's it. That whole thing here, Miracle Morning really is, not income producing, but income producing here, future income producing there, income producing. That in total is 2.5 hours. Okay, and remember the 1-hour product is once a week, just once a week. So here we go. Let me talk to you about how are we going so far? Is this making sense for you? Vance wrote, can I get Miracle Morning on audio Amazon? Yes. Just put Miracle Morning. Just put Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. But if you write Miracle Morning, you'll find it. It's making sense. Are you guys getting value out of this? I know we're actually an hour. My apologies. I thought I would get it under an hour, but we didn't. Okay, cool. Okay, we're going to action time now. Okay, let me talk to you about the action steps. Okay, thanks guys. Appreciate it. Yes, makes sense. Good. Just need discipline to carry it through. Yeah. Discipline is an interesting thing. Discipline, I think, is 2 things. One, it is about creating the environment for you to be disciplined. Imagine if you were trying to lose weight and you wanted to no longer eat fatty foods. First of all, I would get all the fatty foods out of my cupboard, right? I would, because it'd be hard to be disciplined if I still had that stuff around. So I always think about it as first setting up the environment to be disciplined. Then I pretty much go, okay, what are the habits I need to do? And at the start, it's about generating enough discipline to keep the habit. Okay. So you only need discipline for maybe, I don't know, 15, 30 days, 20, 30 days. That's the discipline part. Can I just get through this stuff? Because after that, it becomes a habit. Okay. After the 30 days, doing an email every single day will become a habit. Okay. So, focus and discipline. Absolutely. So let me tell you what you should be focusing on. Okay. If you had to have a goal for until the end of this year and moving forward, let me give you this goal. If you want to make 5K per month, this is what you need to do. You need to build a list of 5,000 subscribers. That's it. That's your goal. If you don't have that, that is the number one thing you need to be doing. Nothing else really, really matters. Because if you do this and you do some follow-up and stuff, do those 3 things, you will get to that $5,000. And look, I don't know how long it will take for you. Does it matter? Does it matter as long as you get your goal? It could, on average, I think for most people, you could comfortably kind of do it within, say, 4 months, 4 to 6 months. You could comfortably do it. If you were like a full-on action taker, you could do it in a month. But it's 4 to 6 months away. But once you've got that, that is now an asset. Okay. So here's the goal. The goal is that if you hit 5,000 people, on average, you will make $1 per subscriber each month. On average, if you're doing it right. And here, not every, it's just like an average benchmark, right? $1 per subscriber. A lot of the people onto your list, I'd say 80% of them, 90% of them won't ever buy from you. They won't buy anything. They'll just be kind of sitting there, which will be really, really frustrating. But the 10% will. And so each subscriber is not $1 each. Some subscribers are worth $100. Some subscribers are worth $10. Some subscribers are worth $1,000. So each subscriber is not the same. Okay, they're not worth the same, but on average, they will be worth $1 per subscriber. I can tell you, when I've had my first 500 subscribers, I was earning around $500 a month. When I first had my first 1,000 subscribers, I was earning $1,000 a month. Now, what I do now, because I have I have a variety of products that I sell, and I have high-end coaching. On average, my subscribers are worth about $10. Okay, on average. So just think about that, and I want you to guess how many subscribers I have. Just give me a guess. Can anyone hear me? 5,000, 20,000, 50,000. Wow. 8,000, 5,000. No, that was 50,000. Okay. So we got 50,000, 20,000, 50,000, 8,000, 20,000, 50,000. Let me tell you how many subscribers I have. I'll write it here because it'll be interesting for you. I have about 1,900 subscribers. That's what I have. So you're probably going, what? You're telling me to get 5,000 subscribers, but you only got 2,000? How dare you, Sam? You're not walking the talk. It's not about how many subscribers you have, guys. It's about what they're worth to you. And I had at one point close to 8,000 subscribers. But I can tell you right now, I would not want any of those. I actually literally just dumped 90% of them because they were from really bad means, and it, I just I did the wrong thing and I was buying email stuff. So they had no relationship. They were just totally burnt out emails that probably nobody even had them. So at one point I had almost 10,000 emails and I was making under a grand. I was really just going hard for it. Now I have under 2,000 and on average they're worth $10 each for me. Some of them are worth more and some are worth less, but that's each month. Okay. So once again, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. If you read my emails, you can see how much I care for people. I really care for my tribe. If people don't want to be a part of it, that's totally fine. I want them to unsubscribe. And I will go through my list every 2 months and just start, deleting people. Okay. And I really want to keep my tribe really, really compact. So but does that mean that I still think you should try to go for 5K because if you have 5K, you're almost guaranteed to reach that. Okay, if you're doing everything properly, right? If you're not making 5K, $5,000 from 5K, then there's something wrong with your list. That's all I can say about that. But you can make more than 5K because some of these people are worth much, much more to you. Okay, if you structure it properly. Was that a bit eye-opening about how many people I actually have? Yes? No? Yeah, yeah, it is. And I really modeled this off some other marketers who are just amazing at what they do. They just care so much. My coach marketed one of my first big coaches. He opened up my eyes as well that it was not about how many people I had, it's about the quality. The quality of the list is outside of your control, but how you treat your list and how you take care of them and how you look after them, that's how you build a quality list. Okay. But first, you still have to get the numbers. I still believe you still have to get 5K to get it. I'm still building it now as well. I still build, take away. So here's the magic. But here's the thing. To get to 5K, what if you paid what if you paid $1? What if you paid $1 per lead to build a 10K list? That should be 5K. Whatever. If you build $1 lead to build a 10K list, that should equal 10K. That would equal 100K every year. Well, if you had to pay $2 per lead to build a 10K list, that would equal 20K, which would equal uh, a month, 240. Oh no, it would equal 120K every year. Okay. What Some of these people were worth $1, some of these people were worth $10. You just don't know, but you need to be willing to pay for it. But here's the awesome thing, guys. You don't pay for it, or you don't pay for it every single month. If done right, you only pay once. Then you build for free. Here's what I'm saying. You build a list of 1,000 people, you make $1,000. You now reinvest that money again. And so you're still going to spend, you spend $1,000, now you have $2,000. So you build a list, you make $2,000, and then with the profits, so say you made $1,000 and your profits were 1,500. Now you have $500 to build that list, and then you keep reinvesting. Every time you reinvest, guys, you are essentially having free money to build with. So you don't invest 10K every single month because I don't know anybody who can do that. What you do is you just keep reinvesting your profits, and then that is a wonderful cycle. So if done right, you're not paying 10K every single month to build a 10K list. Okay, you just have to keep reinvesting your profits. Okay, got through that. We're not going to worry about that. All I can say is in regards to your list, your tribe, and I like to think of it as a tribe. I always have the best interest of your tribe at heart. Whenever you do something, before you go and do it, just check in with yourself. Am I doing this because I want to make money? Or am I doing this because I really think this will really help them? There have been times in emails I will literally say, do not buy this product. It's a terrible product. Or, I'll just let them know, don't buy it. Or I'll call them out on something. Or I'll say, stop being a shiny object syndrome guy. I understand you are, but you got to stop it. This is how I can help you. And then I give value. Be a goal giver. That's another fantastic book. Goal giver. Be a goal giver. Because it's like karma, right? You go out to give value, it will come back to you, and that value will come back as cash. And here's something I want to say: if you know it's a great solution, if you know that it will help them, don't be afraid to sell hard. Okay? Because I'm all nice. I'm giving value, I'm having their best interests at heart. But then when I see something that's going to help them, I go, I give value, I say why, but then I go, you have to buy it, you have to buy it, you have to buy it. Because I know if they take action, it will help them. So don't be afraid to sell. But in general, let me hear. Okay. Here's the plan. There's really only two plans that I want to leave you today with. Okay. The first plan is focus on list building. Every single day, when you wake up after you do your miracle morning, and you can read about it with it. Perhaps there'll be another webinar on that. Every single day, you just have to go, okay, how many people did I get today? When I first started, I just said, how can I get one person? Great. I got one person. Tomorrow, and I would do that for a whole couple of weeks. How can I get one person a day? Just get one person on your list a day. And then you go, okay, I can do one person pretty good now. How can I get two? How can I get two people a day? How can I get three? How can I get four? How can I get five? Etc. So the plan is really you choose a niche, you choose a business program, and you stick to it. You find out where your niche gathers, where your tribe is gathering online already, because everyone's online already. You just got to find out where. You need to build a niche by offering something of value, either ebook, videos, and audios. You build a relationship through that list through entertaining them, educating them, and empowering them. Those are the three things I try to do. I try to have some fun. I try to give value, and I try to inspire people. Okay. And then the process I do it is value, 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 sell, value, 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 sell. If I'm going to do two loads of selling at the same time, I will probably do 5 or 6 values. But essentially, value, value, sell, value, value, sell. That's pretty much a good ratio. And last one, promote products or services that solve their problems. But really, what it comes down to is this. Over the next 90, 120 days, 6 months, 5 months, whatever, focus on generating a 5K list. Do whatever you have to do. Pay whatever you have to pay. But here's the thing. Here's what you could do. What if you created... Let me write this out. I had a deja vu about this moment. I just had a deja vu about this moment that I'd be doing this. How weird is that? That's so weird. What if you... This is just an example, right? What if you created a video that produced 1 subscriber a month? Stick with me here. I'm thinking out loud. What if you wrote 1 article, not on your blog, but on somewhere else, like eZine articles, where there's actual traffic there already, or another content marketing site, okay, or a forum. So I'm talking about forum article, say eZine. It could be like Quora, it could be Reddit, anything, in those, etc. A forum or eZine matter. that produced 1 subscriber a month. What if every single day or every single week you created a video, produced 1 subscriber a month, you wrote 1 article that produced 1 subscriber a month. And let's just say you needed, you wanted 500 subscribers. How many would you have to create? How many articles? But remember, once you create that article, it keeps on getting 1 subscriber a month. Okay? Once you've done it, you don't have to do it again. So if you had 2 articles, it'd get you 2 subscribers a month. 3 articles, 3 subscribers a month. 4 articles, etc. If you had 100 articles, that'd get you 100 subscribers a month. So in your first, what I'm trying to say is do things that compound, that create a subscriber. Because everyone's going, this is a slow way, by the way. This is this really slow, free way. You create a video that produces 1 subscriber a month. You create an article that produces 1 subscriber a month. You then create another one. Say you did 10, you had 10 of them, and they're making 10 a month. That's 10 a month coming in and day out. If you had 100, that'd be 100 subscribers. Say you did 10. Thinking out loud, my brain's going fuzzy. But all I'm trying to say is you have 100 articles. It might take you a couple months, it might take you a couple weeks, but then every single month you're making subscribers. You will build up to 5,000. Whether you will build up 5,000, because the thing is, the time will pass anyway. 6 months will pass, a year will pass, 2 years will pass, 5 years will pass anyway, right? This time will pass anyway, whether you do this or don't. But if you did it now, within a year, you would have something that creates you 200, 300, 400 subscribers every single month for free. Okay? Here's another thing. What if you bought solo ads, right? Good solo ads, and you only got 200 subscribers a month. Okay? In 5 months, you'd have 1,000 subscribers. You'd be making $1,000 a month, okay, from affiliate marketing or from your business, okay, and then you reinvest that $1,000. Now you have $1,000 a month to play with. You only invest half of it, 500. See, my math is terrible and I'm going blank. But all I'm trying to say is it will all add up. The time will pass, guys. Whether you do something or don't do something, you might as well start doing something right now. You might as well start focusing on the goal, which is to build subscribers right now. You might as well just start focusing on one traffic method, on one source, and just keep doing it again and again and again until you hit your 5K, as well as following through and providing value. Because whether you do something, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, you were online. If you had done this right now, you would not be watching this this webinar, because you'd already be making the money. Okay. Here's the extra plan. Okay. The number 2, apart from list building, is to create an hour product each week. Once a week, you sit down, you look at another product, you look at it like it's a quick WSO or JVZoo, something cheap, something small. You look at that product and you go, I'm going to reverse engineer this product. I'm going to recreate it in my own words. I'm not going to copy it, but I'm going to recreate it. And I'm going to call it something else. I'm going to repackage it. And I'm just going to create the content an hour each week. Because in 50 weeks, you'll have 50 hours. In 2 years, you'll have 100 hours. And you start selling the 1 hour product for $7 on a little forum or something, or to your list. You sell a small bundle of the 1 hour products for maybe 14 to 17. You sell a large bundle for 47 to 297. You sell coaching, because now you're showing people that you can do all this for $500 plus. When you start doing that, this is the way to get to 5K. Focus on list building. Once a week, create an hour product. Focus on list building. Once a week, create an hour product. What I want to leave you with is just one more note. To be successful online, to get to where you want to get to, it's going to require more focus than you have had so far. If you had the focus, if you had the focus you needed to, you'd be at where you wanted to be, but you haven't had the focus. And the next thing is you need to start hanging around a group of people who are doing what you want to do or who are on the same path. Okay, I'm going to be creating a community for that to happen. That will A, help you be focused, and B, help you with get you around a group of people on that same journey. Okay, so that's going to be my goal over this next couple of weeks, helping you stay focused and helping you hang around other winners, because that's what you'll be, and helping you be accountable. Because one of the other things I always think people miss is that accountability. Okay, that's it. That's it. It's in a nutshell. That's my presentation for today. I took an hour and a half, so my apologies for that. So what I want to do now is I want to open up the line. I know for some people it's pretty late, so if that's where you want to leave it to, that's totally fine. Thank you so much. But now, if you have questions, any questions, I'm going to start answering them. Okay, so Chris Johnstone, you wrote, how do you get them in the first place? You'll need to just let me know what you're talking about there. Samith, what sort of content can we create? This is the part I struggle with most. Obviously, with good content, it would be easier to do follow-up. Okay, so Chris Horan, I assume you're talking about email follow-up or you're talking about content. Just go over that so I can just answer that more specifically. Does the subscriber pay money to be in your list each month? That's a good question. The subscriber does not pay money to be in your list each month. Okay, your list is your list. What you're going to do is you're going to offer them products that they can buy. So almost all lists I know are free lists, right? They start off as free lists, but then they buy something. So say there's 1,000 people on your list, only 10% of them buy. So there's 100 people, right? And they each spend $10 on average. Like for something really low, $10, you just made $1,000. So not all 1,000 of those people will buy, but 10% of them will. Here's the trick of the matter. You want to give value to 100% of your list, but only 10% of your list will buy. Okay? Out of over 2,000 people, I know only about 200 people on that list will buy, but those people are high quality buyers. Okay? So no one pays to be on your list, though. If you're talking about a membership site, which we're going to be talking about in another training, that's definitely something that people will be paying. Content. Okay, how do we create content? Okay, good question. First thing I do is I'm going to talk to you, Christine. Christine, have you bought any products? Have you bought any products online? Yes. Okay. How many hours of content do you think there is already? Christine, so I'm just asking Christine once again, how many hours of content do you think you have? Lots. Okay. So I'd say on average, most people would at least have 50 to 100 hours. There's your content right there. In the beginning, guys, when you are new, when you don't know too much, it's almost like the process of walking or starting out as a baby. When we first start out, All we're going to do is just pretty much imitate and copy. That's what I did when I first really started becoming successful. I just modeled, imitated, and copied. So you paid for this information. That's really, really important. I'm not just talking about repurposing content that is for free. I'm talking about repurposing content that you paid for. If you paid for it, that's valuable information. What I want you to do is I want you to go through that content and write it in your own words. Or you might record yourself talking about that content. Now you've just repurposed the content. What do you think other people are doing? I'd say 90% of people are repurposing content because one, it's still good content. Two, um, even if they've heard it before, they might need to hear it one more time. Three, you're someone different. And four, it's good content. Sorry, just coughing. So it's not really a review. So Christine wrote, so it's basically a review. It's not really a review. You really are, it's the best way to put it is you're repurposing the content. So say you bought a program about building a sales funnel, right? You paid 20, 30, $50 for how to build a sales funnel. There are 10 lessons. I would personally do two things at once. I would go through lesson one, do the I would go through lesson one, do what it says, and then I would create my own version of that. It's not a review. It's me literally teaching you how to do a sales funnel. The only time I would really do a review would be something like Miracle Morning. I read the book, I would do a review on it. But you know what? Later on, I would just say the 6 steps to have a fantastic morning. And I could say that I first encountered it, but really I'm kind of saying it's my stuff. So when you're repurposing the content, you don't say, I got this content from Ray Higdon's blogging course. You'd say, today we're going to be talking about blogging. Here's the top things that you should know. And it's content that you would have got from a course. So you're giving them stuff that people have paid for. And then it's already valuable. And when you give them that stuff, it's valuable. And then at the end of it, you go, do you want to learn more about this? Go click here or go and subscribe into my squeeze page, and I'm going to give you more stuff about blogging. That's it. Does anybody else have any other questions? Christine, I hope I answered that. When you're first starting out, you need to be a student. You don't need to be you get that information, right? But then as soon as possible, you need to then become a producer. So don't just get information in. Once you got the information in, you need to then teach it. That's what positions you, and that's what starts making your stuff valuable as soon as you start teaching it. What if you only want to market affiliate products? Greg wrote, that's what Greg wrote. Sorry, I have to, 1 second. Sorry, having a coughing fit right there. Didn't want to cough in your ears. Greg wrote down, what if you only want to market affiliate products? Great. Greg, there are 100,000 other affiliate marketers. What is going to set you aside? What is going to set you apart from other affiliate marketers? It is your content. Okay. And your content can be in your email or can be on your blog or could be on your stuff. Before you market affiliate products, people have to trust you and have to think that you actually know a bit more than them. You don't have to know a lot more than them. You just have to know a bit more than them. So say you wanted to be an affiliate product for an autoresponder course. You really want to start educating them about why having an autoresponder is good. Okay. And then you would show them here's a problem if you don't have an autoresponder, and then here's what it can do for you. And then this is a really cool course that you can get right now. So whatever you're marketing, you need to know about it, and you got to know, why do people want to even buy this? Um, yeah, why do they want to buy it? Because if you know why they want to buy it, you can then go, okay, they can get this course, they can get that course, they can get this course. Because somebody might not, people might not buy the first course, but they might buy the third or fourth course. It's a bit like I remember someone talking about it as like an apple pie. Some people when they're selling online, and it still works, so it's not a bad thing. Some people are like, okay, would you like an apple pie? Okay, and then next day, okay, you didn't want it yesterday. Would you like an apple pie today? And then tomorrow, okay, would you like it to have an apple pie? So some people keep banging on the thing, and that does work. And sometimes you need to just keep at it. But at other times, you know what? You can say, okay, today, would you like an apple pie? The next day you say, no, you don't want an apple pie. How about would you like an ice cream? That goes well with apple pies. Okay, and then a couple of days you talk about ice cream. The next day you go, okay, you didn't like the ice cream. How about some custard and a cookie crumble? So you know what their problem is. They have a sweet tooth, and they want to fix that sweet tooth. But you're saying the apple pie isn't just necessarily the be all and end all. There are many ways to do that. So yeah, when you're first starting out, you can just market your own affiliate products. But you know what? How can you get yourself, how can you have that edge over everybody else? And the edge will come in bonuses and other products. So what if there were two people, one person said, buy autoresponder madness. The second person said, buy autoresponder madness. I've also made these two 1 hour trainings where I go in depth about how to get even more money from your list. These are two private trainings. They're only for coaching clients and they're worth $197. Now, you're saying that they're worth, that they're valuable because you've gone through the training, you got one part of that training, you just really, expanded on it. Who would you buy from? The person who just is selling autoresponder matters just because they say it's good, or the person who's offering the bonus? Great marketers will make you want to buy the product just for the bonus. Okay, and that's where your product creation comes in. Gotta go. Great content. Okay, thanks, Chris. Thanks, Chris. Anybody have any more questions? Because I'm gonna go for the gong. This is the time to ask it for in terms of anything that I've just talked about. Okay, building a list, what you should focus on, content marketing, anything else. If not, I will be closing this. I'm gonna talk for about 30 more seconds, and I'm just looking out to see if anybody else is listening. But you know what, guys? Huge, huge thank you. Um, I just there was nothing for sale with this webinar. I just really wanted to give back to you guys. I know when you're in the beginning, it's hard. I know how it feels to struggle. I know how it feels to be wondering, what am I doing? Can I just be more focused? Can I just be more disciplined? And look, I want you to know that I'm here for you. That I'm only an email away. I'm only a Skype message away. I'm only a Facebook message away. If you need any help, let me know. Okay. Um, in the next couple of days, I've got something which I think, and it's all theory until it's tested. I've got something that I'm putting together which I think will really, really provide a lot of value for you. And I I thought about what you guys struggle with, and I think this will be something that yeah, will make your lives a lot easier and will help you get to your goals. But if you do nothing at all, but just take action on what I talked about tonight, which is create a 1 hour product a week and then focus on getting subscribers and following up with them, you would do better than 90% of people out there because, hey, they haven't listened to this webinar. But that's all you have to do. The faster you can do that, the better. And sometimes you just have to take the massive action that everybody talks about. So yeah, once again, thank you so very much. I'm gonna just check if there's any last messages right now. Okay. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a great night or great morning. Thank you for wherever you are. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. If you need any help, I'm only a Skype message or an email message away, and I'll talk to you really soon. Okay, bye bye.